Hi, my name is Antonia, and I'll be presenting on visual cues. Visually cued instruction is the use of graphic cues as either an instructional prompt to aid language comprehension and communication, or an environment prompt to aid organizational skills and improve self-management. Visually cued instruction is categorized into three general areas: language comprehension aids, communication aids, and self-management aids. Graphic systems can be used as a main form of communication for children who are nonverbal, children who are learning to speak, and with children with more advanced speech. Visually cued instruction is one way of helping children to attend, organize, and integrate information more readily. It can also be used to support a child's understanding of oral language instruction. By pairing spoken language with pictures or written symbols, it allows the child to access meaning from the information. The child may better understand the message when the information is present in both forms at the same time. Some examples of visual cues include pictographs or pictures, social stories, PECS, which stands for Picture Exchange Communication System, which allows a child to exchange a picture of a desired item for the actual item. It can also be used in conversation where a child who can form sentences using the PECS can respond to questions or ask questions or even comment. Here are some examples of PECS being used within the classroom. Other examples of visual cues include visual schedules, example sheets, which are examples of another student's work as a model for the child to follow, and videos, which model the action. Visual cues benefit all children, especially those with special needs and challenges, such as those with autism. Children with autism can benefit from the use of social stories, which can initially teach peer interactions through structured context using pictures or written scripts. The cues can be used to increase a child's responses to their peers, such as teaching them to smile, clap, and high five. Transitions and changes tend to be another area of difficulty for children with autism. Visual schedules can help reduce the stress and anxiety associated with transitions and changes by making the child aware of events before they happen, giving them time to become mentally prepared. For children with emerging language, graphic symbols can be used as prompts to expand language and communication use. Some examples of phrases that can be cued pictorially or in writing include "I don't want to" or "I need a break." This is especially useful in situations when the child is anxious and having to come up with the language on their own, which creates additional anxiety. Visual cues of the phrases helps reduce some of this anxiety. Also, putting class rules in visual form ensures greater understanding of expectations and providing a format for consistent and clear review. This is beneficial to all students in the class. Implementing a visual schedule of the school day for children with autism who struggle with transitions and anxiety over not knowing the next activity will also really help. This can be placed by their desk, on their cubby, as long as it's somewhere visual and accessible. Visual cues can also be implemented in the form of social stories to encourage and aid children with autism in social situations. Social stories can come in the form of an actual story that you make, or they can be cards with drawings and short phrases that you give the child with suggestions for interactions such as the appropriate thing to do or to say. Peer instruction cards can also be given to typically developing peers with recommendations for getting the attention of and communicating with their peer with autism, such as ask for a turn or play with the same toy as your friend. An important component of visual cues is that they can be implemented and used by anybody in the class, including teachers, volunteers, parents, and other peers.